Good day. Welcome once again to Moments with Dr. Steve. I'm Dr. Steve Bonenberger. And in this segment, we focus our attention on the Writer's Covenant. Lots of people have asked me over the years, how do you write books? How do you write stories? How do you do this? And so I sat down and put my fanny in a chair, and over a period of time, I crafted exactly how I write. I'm a formulaic writer. I suggest you do that as well. Even people that claim to be seat of the pants writers, they have formulas, they have a schedule, they have a blueprint, they have an idea in their mind, they know a scaffold that they're attempting to build. And so I'm a formulaic writer. That does not mean that inspiration and splurges of creativity don't come in the midst of the process after you've crafted the outlines and created your plan and your scaffold. Of course, we allow and permit and welcome these things that come in these splurges of information. But today we're going to talk in the Writer's Covenant about characters. If you want to get a copy, head over to stalegius.org for a small contribution. We'll send you a copy and you can start or inform your creative journey. Now, the Writer's Covenant is a resource tool, and there's an entire chunk and a chapter or two on character development. And you need to know about how to build characters. And today we're going to be talking about characters and weird stuff that talk to you. Weird stuff that talk to you. Characters are what makes stories vibrant. Characters are what makes stories unique. Characters are what makes stories both relevant and then relatable and then unput-downable. We love characters, don't we? I build character-driven tales. That's what I do. And I suggest you follow suit. This is a very important piece for creatives. This means that the predominant and driving feature of all of the stories that I create and I suggest that you create surround and be grounded in characters that are both unique and mystifying and terrifying and intelligent and compelling characters. Some interesting pieces to think through as you rummage about this day. As you start to think about characters, I want you to know that the voice that is inside of your head, it's real. Stop trying to deny it, or worse, stop ignoring it. The voice is probably, but not always, but generally in my experience as when I'm dealing with creatives, the voice is the power of a character or two or three that want and are asking you to pay attention and to begin to log and chronicle with the intention of collating their information sets. They have something to say to you. Characters evolve. They arrive as these strange interruptions and nagging and uncommon premonitions of something that needs to be listened to. And from there, they open up universes. We'll talk about that. Characters persist. They are persistent. Real characters, authentic and true personifications of the message that you're supposed to convey. They simply want to be listened to. And they want you to tell their tale with precision. They keep showing up. They are persistent. Trust me, if you're a writer, if you're a creator, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Characters as viewfinders. As characters arrive, as they select us to record their antics, as they gain our attention, and as we earn their confidence, listen to that piece, they're skittish at the front end. They're not sure that we're going to be the ones they can rely upon. As they gain our attention, as they capture our confidence, as their words and ideals form up, as their associates begin to show up in unanimous support, because they will, as they shape and contour their appearances, they permit us this strange and wonderful entrance and then tacit acceptance into their world. It is an amazing, astonishing thing when you're a writer. for this to happen to you. In subsequent chunks, we will deal with world building, and we will marvel at the truth and the nature and the surrealness of how worlds arrive and evolve and how we craft them. But for today, we're focusing on characters. And all I want you to realize is that characters are inviting you and with the hope that you can be welcomed into their world. Characters as career builders. Characters as career builders. What is insane and 100% verdad is that as you gain proficiency in telling the stories that you are mandated by mission to tell, these stories and the characters that inhabit and rule and drive them become career builders and fortune makers for you, the creative. Wow. That is 100% true. Ask Steven Spielberg. Ask George Lucas. If Margaret Mitchell were still alive, ask her. On this day, pause. Get out a pen and paper. Listen to and begin to heed and become a simple scrivener of and for the characters that are swimming in your ocean and who are pre-selecting you. Notice that, not me, you, to be a chronicler and then choreographer of their, him, her, its tales. Head over to stalegius.org. Pick up a copy of the Writer's Covenant. Man, I compel you to do this. Find out how you can start to use the information to build characters that are going to be your career builders. We're building a GCC, a global cultural conversation. Head over to stalegius.org, drop us a note, and tell us of your creative encounters with the not quite here yet mirages that seek to become your miracle makers. We simply love creatives. Till next time, I'm Dr. Steve Bonenberger, and this is Moments with Dr. Steve. Travel far.